Welcome everybody to the Hebrew Rebels podcast. My name is Jordan.
And my name is Ethan.
I forgot how to start
We
it.
are the Hebrew Rebels.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
No.
Welcome to the rebellion.
Oh, God. Welcome everybody to the Hebrew Rebels podcast. My name is Jordan.
My name is Ethan.
And today we're going to talk about Fallen Order.
Is this anybody's favorite podcast for listening to things?
No, I haven't done that for a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very long time.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Yeah, so few topics for today. Mostly Star Wars related.
Wait, why duh?
Well, because that's kind of our core, and we've talked about it for maybe the last 5 or 6 weeks now.
Because we're obsessed.
It's a lot.
There's a lot going on in Star Wars right now, though. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Like it's in a good spot right now. I would argue. With a good game that's come out.
Yes.
And the first TV show, which is positive. I think positive reaction overall.
Mm-hmm.
More on the way. And
I would say it's in a very
it's mixed to positive.
undetermined place right now. I think it can go either direction.
I'm staying positive.
Because I agree with the good game.
Yep.
I am not convinced. I think the shows could still go either direction. Like,
They're not gonna mess that up.
and the movies are a complete mystery.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
So the most positive thing in the future for me currently is Clone Wars.
Yep.
I think that would be awesome.
That's super positive.
Yeah. So it's all over the map for me.
There's another game coming out too that I'm very excited for.
Which one's that?
The Skywalker Saga, Lego,
Oh yeah.
which is gonna be, and it's totally like new format, also like new type of game.
Yeah.
With new like.
So not just playing through all the same like movies that you've played through
It'll
already.
be like third person and like actual. Think of like God of War revamp kind of a thing. Like actual modern gameplay. I don't know, they haven't shown it exactly, but
Because I played 1 through 6.
yeah, it won't be like that. It won't be the original trilogy or the complete saga. I think is what it was called.
I believe so.
Where it was just running around in this top-down thing. Like it's going to be more involved in that.
Cool.
Which I think will be good.
Yeah. I bought the game for 7.
I refused.
I bought it for some reason, and I barely played it. I don't think I made it past like Jakku.
Wow.
There was too much. The thing I liked about the first ones is it was a lot more streamlined. Like there's the offshoot, like rooms and stuff that you can go to, but this was like very open and vast. And when you're playing as a little like Lego character, which you're not going to be able to do most of the stuff right off the bat, it was kind of frustrating. I found because you can't unlock and find a lot of stuff until the very end when you've like unlocked all the types of characters, which is like most games. But I just thought it was kind of annoying.
Actually, Fallen Order was kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the original Lego gameplay, and then I'm trying to think what this new one's going to be like, and I definitely think it's going to be more open, because everything is more open.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I'm going to like that.
I'm so curious why that's worse.
I liked the streamlinedness of it. It was I guess I don't know, it was easier for me as a kid for sure. But
Well, I'm thinking it'll still be streamlined because it's 9 movies, and they're not going to go as in depth as one movie.
so that's
That's
why I'm so curious, like how much they're gonna change, because
that's what that was.
there's so much more to even include.
Yeah.
They didn't make one for 8, right?
Nope. They literally just made 7. I think it was like question and
Then they're like, oh, here's all of them.
And then I think they realized, let's just start making all of them.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted them to do, and I can't believe they actually did it. And they're making it new.
I'm sure they won't, but I would get it if like Rogue One was in it, because I would love to play that.
I think they said adding Solo and Mandalorian, but specifically
Not Rogue One.
I don't know. I could see them.
Ooh, Mandalorian one would be fun.
I could see them doing DLC.
Yeah.
I saw a rumor about potentially new Disneyland, Star Wars Land
People? Like new characters to run around?
It was a YouTube cover, so you never trust those, but it had the Mandalorian.
I'd have to see how that works timeline-wise.
Well,
because it needs to work.
it could work.
Yeah.
Because it's only 25 years later, I think.
True. Not even, maybe not even.
No,
I don't think it's that much later, is it?
It's 25 years, yeah.
After the fall of the Empire? Rey's not 25, is she? I guess she didn't have to be born after the Empire necessarily.
Mandalorian takes place, it's 30 years
Uh-huh.
between 6 and 7.
Right.
Mandalorian is 5 years after 6.
Damn, it's really 30 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's why Han and Luke and Leia
Are so
are
old. That makes sense. Yeah.
And it's like almost real time.
Yeah.
Which is trippy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be cool. I'm down for more characters. I know that's a
I am too, because
jump.
it needs to evolve and change over time. It can't just kind of be stagnant.
I'm looking forward to the last couple times we've been. It has been very crowded in Star Wars Land. Notably the shop.
Yeah.
I'd love one day to just be able to go in and look at lightsabers.
Yeah.
And it's been like,
Well,
I don't want to be in here the last few times I've been in.
the last time we went, they had like tape on the floor
Yeah.
for like a line, and like you can't even come this close. But not the first time we went. We could walk right up.
No, the first time, yeah. But the last, that's what I'm saying. It's been a while since I've been in there.
Right.
It hasn't been like that.
Right.
And I don't know if it's ever gonna not be like that now. Like I'm kind of.
It will. I'm pretty sure it was like that because of the ride, which was drawing the crowd.
It's still minutes every day. It's gone.
Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me.
And I'm just like, oh my god,
Because it's not like there's still people who just haven't gotten to ride it. There's people going riding it over and over and over again because they know how to do it and they're taking those spots. So there's still people trying to do it for the first
I
time.
want to go again. But when is it gonna not be like that?
I don't know.
Is this the longest? Can you think of that?
Well, they've never done anything like this.
But this like hype level?
Yeah, probably. Because it's been, has it been a month now?
It's at least
Over, right? Yeah, that's a long time.
And I don't see it slowing down.
It is kind of hard to judge though because it's so different.
Yeah.
Like if they did just have the line,
Yeah.
I don't know if it would necessarily be the same at this point.
I feel like the line would be out the park every day.
I think capping it, putting a cap on it every single day extends its like exclusivity, so therefore it carries that hype longer. But if there is the line out the park from day one, I think it dies down a lot quicker.
Because people don't want to do that.
Don't want to do it, or more people get on.
This almost enables more people to ride it.
Um,
And I don't know if I don't think it actually does because capacity is capacity.
Right.
You fill it no matter what.
right. True. Well, yeah, true. They can only do so many rides in a day.
Period. And so it's either whether there's a line or whether it's the app, they're hitting that max, and that's why it's like, okay, so is this the longest that lines have been maxed out 3 minutes into a day? Like that's so crazy to conceive.
Well, for sure, because the line will be going all day long. But like the way they do this, there's people who have. It's tricky because people who have already ridden it may not want to stand in that gigantic line again. So more people are going to be standing in line for the first time. But the way they have it, the line isn't really that bad. You just have to be there early, push a button, and go have fun until they tell you to come and like stand in the short line. So more people are doing it as like repeat riders.
Well, that's what we're assuming.
I believe so. I'm
So
pretty
that
sure.
means this is going to last longer
Right.
than it normally would.
Right.
Which is good or bad.
I mean,
For hype.
I think it hurts.
But it's, I mean, max.
I think people will get sick of it and annoyed.
And then it'll be less, and then everybody will be happy.
Yeah, it always evens out,
They
but
can't lose.
we'll see. They just raised their prices again, so
Not to ours, to other stuff.
good.
Because
Because our pass is the best.
Yeah.
The Flex Pass.
I
I don't
got
understand.
it. He was like, I'm gonna get that one.
Because isn't it the cheapest one?
It's the second to cheapest.
The cheapest one is like the resident one, right?
Maybe.
Like the SoCal resident one.
think so, but this
The
one's
Flex
less
Pass,
than
oh, that's true, it is. I mean, it's significantly cheaper
Yeah.
with,
Way better stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the money. Keep it, please keep it. I just want to say while we're on this topic of Disney parks, is I am super excited for later this year. I spent like a day researching the new Avengers Plaza,
Yeah.
HQ,
Yeah.
Avengers headquarters,
Yeah.
California Adventure. Dude, California Adventure, it's obviously already there. Once this Avengers Plaza jazz goes in, we're gonna be wanting to be over there for a while.
Oh, for sure.
And they were saying that back corner, they were taking out where the stuff is. You know, how we saw the jet and stuff, and the next to the Monsters Inc. stuff.
Yeah.
They're using it.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna take all that out.
I think so too.
Which means they can put that sushi restaurant in there.
Yes, please.
That's
so bad.
I almost want to send them something.
It would really. I'm sure the ideas come across the desk at some point, but like it really would be perfect to have that right next to the Monsters Inc. ride. Harryhausen's.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I didn't realize, I remember seeing this at some point. Do you realize what they're gonna have in the Avengers area, animatronic wise?
No.
Did you see the video?
No.
They're gonna have an animatronic Spider-Man.
Huh. Out in the open or on a ride?
Out in the open.
Wow.
Not just waving
Swinging.
and flying through the air.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Will it look cheesy?
No.
How?
Because dude, this is some future stuff. They've really
Because he has to be hanging from something, swinging from something.
So I think there's gonna be a crane
Okay.
that's positioned
As if like something's under construction.
I think so.
Cool. So a prop. That's cool. A prop
I
crane.
think that's what they're gonna go with. But dude, this is a straight robot flying through the air, and it's gonna look like Spider-Man. I believe it will. Think how good Disney animatronics are.
They're great.
This is the future.
Yeah. That's
We're gonna be
wild.
walking through California Adventure, and Spider-Man is going to be swinging, actually existing, and other Avengers will be all over the place.
Yeah.
This is gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
And the Guardians Tower is the.
It looks so good.
And
It's
really
so
does.
well framed.
It's so much better
Yeah.
than Tower of Terror. I'm sorry, I know people were like diehard about that, and I'm nothing against that. But I think this is a marked improvement. Same with the Incredicoaster stuff. It's like the story's just it's better and it's more. I love going into just seeing Rocket now. I think he's super cool.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way they could have both.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, there's people who lived with that for 18 years.
No, and that's why
So
it's
it's
away from
very hard to like part with some of that stuff.
And that's what sucks is you lose something and you get something.
Yeah.
You still lose something.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Right.
But I'm going off. I've read stuff of like people saying like before and after, and like a lot of people love this Guardians thing.
Yeah.
And
It's a very fun ride.
and it makes sense with what they're doing. So I just like when stuff works like that.
Yeah.
So it boosts it in that way.
The ride's definitely more of a show. There didn't used to be anything to look at once the ride started.
I'm super happy. I wrote it before though.
Yeah.
Like because I always heard about like I still see it in Think Tower of Terror. Even though
I always will.
Even though it's Guardians Breakdown.
Yeah.
But it's gonna just I'm very excited. And there's new Ant-Man restaurant.
I'm very interested what that's gonna be like.
It's gonna be some fun food.
Like, are they just gonna be really small portions?
Probably or big weird
Gigantic portions?
Giant. I don't know. I can't even think of anything.
That would be funny.
Like a giant chicken nugget.
Yeah.
It's like a steak.
Sure.
Or like miniature steaks.
Yeah, they just make it like super light and fluffy so you can actually eat the whole thing, but you feel like you're eating a giant steak.
Yeah, there you go.
Down?
Something weird like that. I can't even think.
I trust them completely when it comes to like restaurants and stuff. It's just certain things.
So I'm very excited about that.
For sure. Well, have you been watching anything this past week?
Just catching up on watching through the Disney Plus list of the Clone Wars episodes in preparation for the new season that you sent me.
Which comes very soon.
What's today? 21st? Something like that?
Is it? March 21st. February 21st? Oh, God. Okay, yeah, I need to hurry up also.
At the end of this week.
Oops. Yeah,
Something like that.
that's okay. They're short episodes, so I can catch up on that.
20 minutes. I'm 1, 2, 3. I'm on the 4th episode.
Okay. So speaking of that, we will have Rebels React episodes for the Clone Wars.
Rebels reacts to Rebels. That's a shame.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because that show's done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we missed that boat. But yeah, they're releasing them weekly, which I thought was weird. Not weird, but I wasn't expecting that. Being like a short animated show, I thought they would just put them all out. But like it's one episode of Clone Wars every week until like May something.
Wonder if they'll be a little longer.
I don't know. I hope so, because I think that's gonna make the whole thing more epic. Like I think it's gonna be a really cool story.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
Imagine the money they could put behind this.
Yeah.
And like how good it would look.
Because
Star Wars shows 5 years from now,
yeah,
with
are gonna be
insane
insane.
budget, like, and that's why like I am content with where we're currently at. I think everybody thought I myself included, thought we were gonna get the 5 years from now thing. Because that's where Marvel's at. Maybe somewhere in there.
Marvel's there.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's
even with the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they have that established universe.
Dude, that trailer got me
Yeah.
so hyped.
They just know what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think Star Wars is gonna find its way there. I'm excited for the new era, whatever they're gonna announce. We're gonna continue to get more games, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Hopefully more Jedi games.
Yes.
Jedi Knight Jedi Academy is coming out soon. I'm gonna get that.
Remaster?
Yeah,
Remake? Yeah.
Remaster re-release.
Cool. Because that came out on what game? On what console?
Everything. PC, PS.
What generation was it?
It was like PC mid 2004.
Okay, God, yeah.
On like PC and might have been on Xbox. I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think it was on PS2. I would have had it, but I did have access to a PC back in the day, and so I played it on there, and it was really good.
That's exciting. Will it be a full price game?
Nah, probably like 30.
Okay.
Something like that.
I might get that. I have other things to
No,
play.
it's not a rush.
Because I beat Fallen Order. We both did. We'll talk about that later. I started playing Spider-Man again.
Did you not finish it?
Nope. I'm going to finish. You know this. You told me to finish it. So now that I've beaten this, I'm going to finish that.
So good.
Yeah. And it took me.
Feels so good.
I was so clunky when I first got back in. I'm like, how does this game work again? And like 4 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I remember this game.
It doesn't actually take that long.
No, it was sort of like riding a Spider-Man bike. I'm like, I know what I'm doing again.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It took me maybe like a good while to get back to where I could get like 50 combo, 50 hit combo or something like that. Like where you're that trained and you're not even thinking. But to get the just basic controls back, like you're back in it, you're fighting, you're doing it.
I was really happy with how similar the controls actually were to Fallen Order, with like the dodging and the attacking, and I guess like you use triangle for certain things and both for certain attacks or dodges or something. So I was like, this is actually kind of cool. This is like kind of playing a similar game, just completely different world.
The basic structure.
Yeah. So I'm excited to beat that. Did I start playing anything else, or am I playing anything else? No, I don't think so.
I started playing, so I also finished Fallen Order, and then I started playing Doom, and because I'm trying to like jump over and like fix it up, and that's going well. I think I can knock that out in like a week or so, probably. And then I already decided after that I'm gonna play Edith Finch, which is only like a couple hours. That's just a first person like walking around. I hate saying walking simulator. I forget what the...
That's not a bad thing, though. Like, I hear that term. It's not like a derogatory term.
Walking simulator is. There's a better... It's like first-person exploration game. Or something is what they're trying to go for.
Like, I don't think if someone says that, they don't necessarily mean it in a bad way. It's just like, you're just...
It was created as a derogatory term.
Yeah.
And then it became to be it's
that's just what that is. Yeah.
I get it. It is kind of what it is.
Yeah. I mean, Flower is just a win simulator.
Did you play that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Great game.
So interesting.
Peaceful.
You didn't play Journey yet, though, right?
No. I have it.
One day.
Yeah. The BioShock collection is part of the PSN games, and I bought that during Christmas. So
I bought it too. I know.
Oh well.
That happens.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some.
You do.
I've gotten a lot of free ones.
Yeah.
So I'll take the
make up for it.
I'll take the couple losses.
Yeah. I started watching The Good Place.
I've heard mixed things about that.
The first season, so I've only watched the first season, and I don't know if I care to watch anymore. Not that I didn't like it. I fully enjoyed it, but like, it was kind of a standalone story.
Sounds about right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I might pick it up again later, but there's plenty of other stuff I need to watch. But I just felt like I had to finish that one season to not like leave it halfway through.
Is the rest just like a network? Like, all right, make more seasons now.
So the way I assume a TV show goes is like you know what you want to happen in the first season, and then if they pick it up, cool. If not, we had sort of a complete thing.
You know who else did that? Living with Yourself. And Paul Rudd talked about that. He's like, I wanted to make it like we wanted to just do a complete thing.
Yeah.
He's like, could do season 2.
Right.
We could do more, but like.
I remember at the end of that, I'm like, I don't know how to feel right now. Like, I'm happy, but also.
Dude,
what?
I've thought a lot of just random segue. Thought a lot. I don't want a clone of myself. I don't ever want to have to deal with that. I don't ever want to. And when Greg Miller was so quickly like, I would kill him immediately, I was like so taken aback, and then I really like thought about it, and I was like, oh, I get it. I so get that.
It's like the biggest imposter to your life.
You are the identity theft personified existing in the flesh.
Yeah, you could ruin everything for me.
Yeah, so I totally get that sentiment.
Yeah.
I always used to think like, cool, and then I was like, no, kill myself. I don't want to live with myself. That's horrible.
I would still feel bad though.
I'd get somebody else to do it.
But then you think about how he would feel, and you would know how he would feel because he's you, and you'd be like, oh my god.
I'd be like, you're not me, you're fake. Sorry.
No, but he is you, right? Or he's a version of you.
He's a fake version though.
But he's still a person that you know exactly how he feels and what he does and what he thinks and what he.
Minutes old.
Well, in a sense.
And therein lies the.
So he deserves to die because he's only minutes old.
I got nothing.
Okay. I also watched. We both watched Birds of Prey. We both liked it. You can watch our reaction video to that on YouTube if you want to hear more about it. We're not going to spend too much time talking about it.
Just correct, it's not called Birds of Prey.
It actually is on IMDb.
They changed it.
Yeah,
one of the like first ever post-release name changes.
It was pre-release.
I saw post-release they changed it to Harley Quinn presents Birds of Prey.
Oh, I didn't even know about this.
Because it wasn't doing that good and people did not realize what it is.
That makes a well.
What is Birds of Prey?
So it was Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. They shortened it to Birds of Prey. It still had that subtitle on the poster, but like the IMDb title was Birds of Prey. So therefore having nothing to do with Harley Quinn. So now they've put that at the beginning, which makes a lot of sense. I told people when I was telling them I was seeing the movie, I said, I'm seeing Harley Quinn. I didn't even say Birds of Prey. I'm like, I'm seeing Harley Quinn. Because you know what I'm talking about when I say that. So, I don't know. That's whatever. It's good. You should see it if you're interested in that world of movies.
It's neither a huge hit nor a big bomb. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I expected it to be, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
There. It's fun. You can go see it.
Sure.
It's a little violent, but that's okay.
Yeah. I also saw Doolittle.
Oh. Wow. Why would you? Okay. Because you have to, right?
Because I wanted to know.
Yeah.
And
And?
it's pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't heard anything good.
I know.
That's good.
But like you say, you can't trust what people say.
Yeah.
I wanted to know for myself.
And
I quite enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's good.
It's very weird. He's very weird. But it was fun. I laughed a lot.
Yeah.
It's a cool story. It looks cool. The animals are kind of a little too goofy and childish at certain points.
Okay.
But
not like the whole time?
No.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I would say
makes
good movie.
That makes sense then why like he would accept to do something like that.
Yeah. He was perfect for the role,
And that made sense.
even though the accent was a little bit off-putting.
That was always, I was like, I don't really want to see you being that, even though I kind of get why you're doing that. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You're good at that.
Yeah.
It's almost like with you and American accent. You're like, I don't know if I want to see this. but like you're good at it. Right. Like, it makes sense. Okay. Like it's a weird thing there.
So if it ever crosses your path, I would say watch it.
All right. Is it connected to the original Dr. Dolittle's?
No.
Okay.
Completely separate. I have not seen those, but
So you don't know.
well, I don't know how it would be.
By some magical power?
Maybe. This is also like a long time ago.
Yeah. So maybe that's like the origin.
So Eddie Murphy is somehow a descendant of this
They
guy.
don't have to be related. The magic.
The magic. Yeah, maybe. Could be.
I don't
Possibly.
know anything about it. I'm really just guessing.
It could be. It's not actually a magic. It's just a skill, as you find out in this movie.
Okay, so he's a sensei.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I guess
He'll pass down his knowledge.
for generations until Eddie Murphy.
Exactly. He stumbles upon a book, reads it, and then he can talk to animals.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell anybody this.
No.
Just freaks everybody out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry we're so scattered in this episode. There's not like a very clean through line, but I do have one more thing I wanted to briefly talk about before we talk about Fallen Order. Disney has officially kind of announced Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser coming to Walt Disney World Resort in 2021, a 2-night all-immersive adventure. It's a thing, it's happening, it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
So it's definitively like it's a 2-night thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what it was going to be, but it's not like stay as long as you want kind of
Oh,
thing.
no. It's a designed,
Experience.
measured experience.
Yeah, it's a cruise.
Yeah.
A short one, but come live your very own epic Star Wars story. Launch pods arrive at the terminal, enter a launch pod, blast off into space, and rendezvous with the Halcyon. Halcyon.
Yeah.
Okay. They dock with a glamorous star cruiser known for exotic expeditions in
Did
galaxies
you
far,
watch
far
the
away.
video on it?
Not yet.
So they did a video on it. I mean, they announced this a long time ago, and then I don't know what this was for exactly. I think maybe it's I think they're getting ready to actually like start booking people maybe, which is super exciting. But it's a little different than I thought it was gonna be. I thought you were gonna have like a role, like a job. But that would be like impossible.
You're more just a bystander.
Huh?
You're more just a bystander.
Well, and you're gonna be involved in everything. It sounds really cool. I don't know how they'll pull it off. But I think so. Every room is the same. It all comes with 2 bunk beds, like 2 regular beds, and then something else. Because I think it's for 5 people.
Are you given like a wardrobe?
I think so.
I would hope so.
I think it's only 2.
But you can't enforce it. So you're gonna have like
100% you can.
No, you can't.
I'm sure it's in the contract. Disney can put it in the contract. You are required to wear this at all times.
Yeah.
If you're coming on this, period. They're all about control. And if people are paying into an experience, I don't want people walking around in this.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So I think they can 100% enforce that.
I hope so.
And if you don't, they say,
Go back to your room
yeah.
and stay there.
Yeah, or we're putting you in the brig. And then put people in one of those red, like, laser door things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get BD to hack into it, and then we can just walk back out.
Exactly.
Okay.
That would be pretty cool. Like an immersive thing.
So okay,
did
but
we
like,
talk about
so
right
no,
now, there's
well,
a-
you just said no. You can't do that.
What?
People have. You can't lock someone in the room.
I would support that. Claim they have coronavirus.
No, I'm waiting for you to come up with a real resolution to
Well,
this.
it's not my job to come up with it. I assume they have a solution to it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because that's what they're selling.
Actually, yeah, a brig would be funny. It's like you get punished. We'll bring you food, but you have to stay here and sleep on this cold metal slab.
No, but imagine if there was a mission then that you had.
That's just gonna encourage people to rebel.
Yeah, well, that's true. I don't know. I don't know.
It seems tricky.
But so can we reference Rise of the Resistance and what happens on that ride?
Yeah.
So the transportation where you look and it feels like you're leaving Batuu
Yes.
is going to. So that's what the experience is with this.
Makes
You get
sense.
into an escape pod,
Mhm.
and then there's like a window.
Yeah.
It looks so cool. And you're going up to the space. I can't imagine what this is going to be like.
It's gonna be so cool.
And then you dock. It said one thing was like you get an experience in the mission command, like the bridge,
Right.
and like fighting and stuff. Like there's gonna be all kinds of interactive.
What if like how you do in that determines your
I think you'll get a score.
rank or role, or like I said, that may not be an attribute of this, but
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool. Like, what if you're a really good pilot? Like, we need pilots.
I would love that. Like
Or
something like that.
or you come in with a lot of food. They're like, we need a chef, and then you're the chef.
Oh my god.
What's it gonna look like from the outside? Is it gonna look like anything from the outside?
It'll be hidden.
Right?
Sure.
Like, it can't be tall.
No. They'll put no. They'll.
Is it underground?
Yeah. Like it'll be like underground and like just in like hills and
It's
stuff.
fascinating.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Because you don't need windows and all of that, which sounds terrifying.
Right.
Slightly.
Yes.
I'm not gonna think about
See,
that.
that's my only thing with the clothes and all that. It's like, at some point you have to have a, okay, we need to break out of this. Like, we need to be in reality at some point.
Go back to your room and hang out.
But like you said, there's no windows. Like, what if you really need a window?
You go
What if you
to
What do you mean?
you go to Star Wars Land. That's part of the outing. Part of it is you go to Star Wars Land. You dock.
Oh, do you start the whole thing in Star Wars Land?
No.
Okay.
There's a
So it's
separate
connected.
terminal.
Cool.
Yes, they've connected it somehow. So I'm sure you'll get
So-
into a ship, a transport ship,
Yeah.
and land on Batuu, and then something will open up.
So I get that. That's part of it. But
Yeah.
just say someone's having a panic attack at 2 in the morning, and you're like, I need to see outside.
I think if someone's having a panic attack at 2 a.m., then they will let you walk outside.
I know they'll let you. I'm saying the windowless thing is crazy.
Don't go. I legitimately, like, that's the whole point. Not everybody gets to do everything. If you're gonna have a panic attack, then
I don't think you
this might not
choose
be for you.
if you have panic attacks or
No,
not.
but I'm saying, like, I've talked to people. I've like, if something, you don't put yourself in that
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody has to be able to do this.
Right.
That's such a severe case thing that
Right.
you can't handle. And if that happens, they're not gonna be like, suffer and stay.
I know.
They'll be like, oh, okay, you can come out. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's an issue.
Okay.
What about on airplanes? What if someone gets on an airplane for 18 hours?
That's a good point. You can't open that window, but it's more just the like claustrophobicness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18 hours stuck in an airplane.
Yeah.
Can't go anywhere. It's not fun.
No.
But and some people do not do that because they cannot handle that.
True. Yeah, I get you.
So if you don't want to spend $5,000 to have a panic attack,
Is it that much money?
yeah.
This what we're talking about. It's 5,000.
Or is it?
We were talking hundreds
No. It's thousands. Maybe it's
for a group though, right?
It's because it's 5 people for a cabin.
Okay,
Like,
that-
a
okay.
cabin.
All right.
But I don't. It's less than 5,000. Maybe it's like 3,500 or something.
Okay, and then we did do that math, so it comes out to $700 a person.
Yeah, something like that.
I will do that someday.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then they can change like the storyline every couple of years or something. Like, it can be a different experience.
I'm really curious how this stuff's gonna evolve over time.
Yeah.
Because it's unprecedented. Like the other lands don't really evolve. Slightly, Tomorrowland probably is the one that's evolved the most.
They evolve much more slowly.
They used to have a rocket and stuff like when they first
Mhm.
opened and whatnot.
Mhm.
But yeah, it'll be more subtle things.
Yeah. I'm excited.
And yeah, and for Avengers and Spider-Man and everything. Let's do it.
Disney is killing it right now.
Yes, they are.
Nope, I don't have a segue. We're going to talk about Fallen Order and our
Disney
enjoyment
is
of it.
rising. Disney's order is rising. And you know whose order is falling?
Star Wars.
The
Jedi.
The Jedi's
Yeah.
order has fallen.
When we come back. Hey, I'm Jordan,
And I'm Ethan.
and you're listening to the Hebrew Rebels podcast.
Thanks for listening. That was nuts.
My game didn't handle it very well. Like,
Did you experience
performance-wise?
throughout the game? Did you?
Yeah.
11 didn't.
Really? Did you?
Yes.
I had
Very much. I had lots of frame rate.
not like hindering problems at all. Like, it didn't take my enjoyment out at all. But there were definitely times I'm like, whoa, you're struggling. Like,
God of War didn't do that a single time.
Interesting.
Just, like, going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
At the end. Okay, let's get into this.
okay. Welcome back. We're gonna get into our discussion of Jedi Fallen Order, which we have not talked about yet. Not much. We've talked about it briefly as we were playing through it. We were playing through it at the same time, and we both finished it within days of each other. So we're now finally going to talk about this game that we both love, I believe.
Finally, it's been a long time since we got a good Star Wars game like this. We got Battlefront, which was fine and good and dandy, although it's just now really gotten good.
Yeah.
But just a AAA full Star Wars media experience, like, I ate it up, and I almost probably didn't even appreciate it as much as I should have.
Right.
I just loved it, and I want more.
So, like, even the campaign of Battlefront 2, I was so stoked for. I'm like, this is going to be great. I get to actually, like, play a Star Wars story, and it was disappointing. It was cool at parts.
It was very much take your multiplayer character that we've made a single player character and walk her through the hallways of the multiplayer.
Shoot stuff.
Click the button.
Slice this.
Yeah, it was.
At one point, have a lightsaber. At one point, fly a TIE fighter, and that's it.
Yep.
So, I didn't think that's what this was going to be. I knew it was going to be much more in depth, but, like, I haven't played many Star Wars games, first of all.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit let down by that, so I was very hopeful for this one, and it definitely was fulfilling.
Yes, Respawn delivered full force. I hope this is the beginning. You know, the whole EA relationship with Disney and Star Wars has been rocky because we've gotten nothing out of that partnership, and it's been years. I think the fruits of those labors are finally going to come to fruition. We'll talk about this game, but then also we got some more coming. Apparently, Motive is making a game. There's a KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic reboot remake on the way. Respawn's probably going to make another Jedi
Colon game. Who's Motive?
EA Motive. Jade Raymond, who was involved with Assassin's Creed, has found her way there. Their studio, I think, in Montreal.
So they made some Assassin's Creed games, or all of them?
The woman, Jade Raymond, who's in charge of there, used to be in. She was involved in Assassin's Creed.
Gotcha. Okay.
She's leading like that studio.
Cool.
If I have that correct, I'm pretty sure.
But so they're a relatively new studio?
I really hope that she didn't leave and go to one of the Stadia companies, because that may have happened, if I'm remembering. But Motive is working on a game.
Cool.
So there's more Star Wars stuff. I was on Respawn's website. They've got job listings for more Star Wars games. So they've got this engine now.
Yeah.
That they can hopefully make a bunch.
Yeah.
Make a bunch of Star Wars games make a multiplayer one. I would love it.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Although I don't know. Like, I would rather them just devote all their time to another great single player story. Because, like,
they should.
Yeah.
And then, like, eventually make a different, slightly variation on this. But, like, this essence, keep making something in that. Make a bounty hunter one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But this is the first time we've had lightsaber, like, good feeling lightsaber.
The most incredible feeling lightsaber. Not that I'm comparing it to others because I don't have much experience, but, like, it felt so good every time.
Every time.
Like, I was listening to Nick and Greg talk about it, and they're just like, I can't even describe how, like, the giddiness of using that lightsaber never left. Every time I pulled it out, I'm like, it's just like, it's like chilling every single time.
So good.
And there's definitely moments in the game when it gets, like, even more epic to use your lightsaber.
And you keep getting more abilities.
Yeah.
That felt really good.
At a great pace.
That's what I mean, the pacing.
Yeah.
It just felt really rewarding. Like where you could master each level of it.
Unless you completely do the game in the wrong order,
Yeah.
you never really feel like you're lacking anything.
Yep.
You see things, you're like, oh, I know I have to come back here, but you're not, like, left unsatisfied. There's plenty to do with what you have, and then there's more to do once you learn other stuff, which was so cool.
It's very, very well designed.
Yeah.
Very natural. Like, it was almost like I always want to know what I'm supposed to be doing. Sometimes I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm trying to, like, over-engineer my process.
Yeah.
Like, I'd, like, sweep over here and do this. And in this game, I was able to just really go and still find most everything.
Yeah.
Like, I loved that, the way they designed that.
The worlds were so cool. Gorgeous, for sure.
Yeah.
How much did you use photo mode? Because I know you love photo mode.
0 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not know about it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Until I paused it and I was like, L3 and R3.
Yeah.
And I thought about photo mode throughout the game. I was like, man, because I remember seeing articles where they were like, they don't have a photo mode, but then of course we played it later, and so they updated it with the photo mode, and I forgot that happened.
Gotcha.
And I was like, man, I really wish they'd added it by now. And,
Yeah.
and then, but there was also a little part of me that was like, they probably did add it, and I'm an idiot, and I should check. And then I was like, nah, I can't be bothered. So I took screenshots.
Yeah.
Just they all have my health in the corner.
Sure.
And I didn't get the perfect angle on it.
I used it quite a bit, and it made it more special for me to like really frame certain moments.
Yep.
I'll show you some of my pictures. Like there's some cool ones.
So part of the reason I was less motivated to use photo mode was because I lost all of the photos I last had when my PS4 crashed recently.
Yeah.
So I'm like, trophy pictures. My platinum trophy for Spider-Man that I like timed
Is gone.
Gone. Yeah. And it made me just go like, I don't care about any of this stuff.
Yeah. It sucks that
Because it's up here.
it is. So
PS5 will fix this problem. I have a feeling.
yeah.
Also, I remember I heard that their cooling is super expensive. Like they're putting everything into the cooling because the fan on the PS4 was one of the biggest complaints.
My PS4 is getting louder.
Yep.
Definitely with this game. So I'm definitely down to pay a little bit extra to make
Oh
it
yeah.
happier
That
and
and loading,
cooler and last longer.
plus all the other stuff. I'm so excited. I'm excited to replay this game again on PS5.
That being said, the loading screens never really bothered me. It's long,
When I died,
but honestly it was what, 15 seconds maybe. For me, like I didn't think it was that long. It was frustrating because I died a lot. So I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to do this again.
because the whole thing is when it's die and re-go, it's supposed to be almost instant.
Sure.
For that feedback cycle to be not as bad, that will get cured from now moving forward. But that said, I was always like, just take a deep breath and it'll be back. Yeah, I think it always came back faster than I was expecting.
Yeah, I checked my phone real quick. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go again. Like I was fine with
I
it.
agree.
Aside from a couple like things, I thought it performed pretty well. I heard people fell through the world. I never experienced that.
And that's what we get for waiting.
My game did hiccup a number of times, and I would lose frames sometimes, but did pretty well.
I remember one funny bug when I first started. This was like the first night I played, maybe.
Yeah.
I was like outside somewhere and like it was really windy. Yeah, it must have been on like Bragano or Brock or something. Yeah, I think it was on Brock. It was like super windy and like his thing was moving. And then I got in the ship and closed and he's moving and you're standing in the ship and all the like garments and everything are just like blowing, like the wind is going like crazy and it wouldn't fix.
That's amazing.
I think I even like closed it and restarted
Closed the game?
and it was like still going. No, I reloaded my save.
That's hilarious.
And it was still doing it. I had to turn the game off completely and reload it.
That's so funny.
It was fine. That was funny though.
I mean, yeah, things like that kind of take you out of it for a second, but it's also super funny.
Immediately I was like,
oh, it's a video game.
yeah. That's exactly. It's a video game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, that's kind of funny. I can live with it.
The ship was awesome.
Oh, they nailed it.
I love that ship. The cockpit, I just loved hanging out in there. Every time he would say like, it's time to go, I'm like, I don't really want to yet. Damn, the fact that you didn't use photo mode. You could use photo mode and like go outside the ship when you're in hyperspace and like get the cool like blue effect. And BD's always just chilling up there in the window. It was so cool.
Yeah, I would use photo mode a lot to just investigate everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
BD1. Let's. Where does he rank in Star Wars droids history?
He really bugged me by the end of the game.
Are you serious?
No,
oh my god! How is that possible?
Yeah, I had to mess.
You don't actually have to rank him, but like he's fantastic.
Yeah, he's
so adorable.
And they give him a good story. And
the touching one too.
Yeah, the number of times he saved my life helps with my endearingness to him.
Yeah.
Although a couple times he was like, "Hey, PD," and then he didn't shoot the stem, and I'd have to like get readjusted and then keep clicking it. So that was a little frustrating a few times.
I mentioned I listened to Greg and Nick talk about it. They did like a spoiler cast of the game, and they were critiquing it at one point, and Nick's like, the speed at which BD1 delivers stim packs when you call for them can go itself. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Because if you time it wrong, you actually lose health and a stim, because you get hit as you're getting the stim, and it's all gone. It's like, oh, cool.
So that they could clean up a little bit.
Yeah.
But even still, I wish I had the precision evade earlier on.
I still don't have it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't even know.
I'm missing 2 skills.
I'm missing a few.
I'm missing 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And they're all next to each other on the far left.
Interesting. Yeah, I just kind of. By the end of the game, I was stocking up to 3. I'm like, which big one can I get?
Yep. I got lightsaber damage. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right before the final boss.
I think most skills are okay because you can look at those right away. Yeah, I'm gonna platinum this game.
I will. Yeah, I will eventually. I also, we were talking about it. I'm bummed. Maybe we shouldn't talk about the end.
What?
That you can't replay the end.
No, wait. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can't replay the end.
Appreciate it.
You said that to me and it makes sense, but like, yeah, you can't replay the end.
Yeah.
Unless you save the game right before. As like, because that's not even a thing, right? There's not different save slots.
Nope.
So you have to play the game again to experience the end again.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Most games are like that, I'm realizing. And
I guess I'm just used to games with like missions.
What I do now, that's old school. It's not like that anymore. It's immersive experiences.
Yeah.
That have a sequence of events.
Well, okay, so like Spider-Man. This is a much smaller scale, but there's the fights on the street where you can do it perfectly or not. Like there's certain objectives you have to do. Can I replay those if I don't get it right? Because that's still something I have to achieve.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Those I can do again. But if it's like sandwiched by a cutscene, it's gone.
Depends on what it is.
Sure, but
yeah.
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 None of the boss fights in this game you can play again.
Oh. In which game?
Fallen Order.
No, or Spider-Man.
Right.
Or God of War.
I want to.
No, and I think that you gotta play the game again.
Shouldn't that be an option?
Some games have like a boss fight mode. Zelda has that.
Do they? That's what I mean. Like,
so some games have that and some don't.
Like, I don't have 30 hours to play this again. I just want to do that again. I want to perfectly fight the last boss again.
Yeah. It was something that I haven't thought about because I've been going from game to game.
Yeah.
But what I've done when I want to re-experience a part of a game is YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not at all.
So I think this next generation could solve that. With the quick loading, jumping around, and all of that. Like, I think we could see something like that.
Because since it is like its own like standalone prepackaged, like really nothing before or after it matters thing, like it can't. Why can't it just be an instance in the game that you jump into?
You want to know what game you can do that with? Battlefront 2.
With what? With
campaign. You can go play any mission you want.
Can you?
Out of order, yeah.
Cool.
But you can't play a part of that mission.
Right.
And it's really not worth it to go all the way through.
Well, as we said, that game's not that exciting, so.
I think they should. So one thing that a lot of people criticized before this came out was no dismemberment of humans, only droids and creatures.
Yeah.
And their reasoning was they never show that in any of the Star Wars movies, and they want it to be like appropriate.
Dismemberment in what way?
Cutting off limbs with lightsabers.
They do show that.
And all I was thinking as I've been watching through was how many times that happens.
Yeah.
and like literally like cut in half, arm cut off, arm, leg,
and legs cut off, hand cut off,
heads cut off, many heads cut off.
Yeah. Head rolling.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
So, I would like it if they upped that a little.
It's always weird
I
because,
don't
like,
need it.
in a lightsaber fight, how do you have a damage bar? You know, like, I hit you with my lightsaber. You're
Yes.
fine, you know?
Yes.
So it's weird already. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how to handle that.
I was thinking about that too, and I was thinking, I wonder if there's a way to make... I don't think they can do it. But it would have to be where even when you hit them, you're hitting their lightsaber.
Every time.
It's
more of a stamina bar overall.
One time you're hitting their lightsaber and doing damage, and other times if you block it, you're hitting their lightsaber, but you're not damaging them.
Like, I want it to be more of like a chess game. So, like, in episode 3,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Anakin beats Count Dooku and gets him where both lightsabers are.
Yeah.
Like, you lose.
Yeah.
I can either kill you or let you surrender or something. But, like, I wish it was more like that than let me slash your arm a little bit until your health bar goes down.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
I think that's this was, I think the amount of contact there is the best yet.
Yeah.
Blaster bolts is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, because you can get shot in the arm or leg with
that's
those.
only bosses. Regular enemies, you hit them once or twice and they're gone.
True.
And it's very, I would say, more realistic.
There's some that you, like, legitimately slice in half and stuff, too.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's only droids and animals.
and
You don't cut troopers in half.
No. And they put a statement out with that was...
I kind of want to.
Cut them in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Maybe not everyone,
No.
but I'll tell you, dude, that's why you gotta play The Witcher.
Yeah. Satisfying.
It's really satisfying.
It's on the list.
It's slightly shocking, and you're like, oh. It's the combat. It's a little bit like this, and dodging and slicing and stuff.
Quick aside. So currently, I'm gonna finish Spider-Man,
Yep.
which I think I can do pretty quickly.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna play The Last of Us. Because 2 is coming out pretty soon. So I feel like if I start like soon, I can get there. And then I guess I'm playing The Last of Us 2, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do them back to back. Because God of War is also very high on the list. And then after those, I have Horizon and Witcher.
Okay. Do you have to play The Last of Us this year?
2?
Yeah.
I would like to. I want to be part of this. Because I have not been part of these big gaming moments ever, and I want to be. I was a little bit behind with Fallen Order, but like I want to be.
Yeah, it's fun.
Part of the wave.
Yeah, when everybody's talking about it.
I'll play them back to back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm even torn because I think you should play Uncharted 1, 2,
Oh God, I know.
3, Last of Us, Uncharted 4.
Oh.
In the order that
God.
Naughty Dog released them
Yeah.
to see the evolution of their game design.
I did
Because I
that-
think that's something impressive with Naughty Dog. However, given the circumstances, I think don't put yourself through that.
I don't need to do that. I did that with Scorsese movies. So I watched The Godfather, I watched Casino, and then I watched The Irishman to see the progression of his like gangster movies.
That sounds like a lot.
I mean, it's a lot less than playing
But, yeah.
5 full games.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did that. Because I could appreciate like where he's come from and where it is now. That's a lot. I do plan on playing Uncharted
Yeah,
Sunday,
but
like
do that separately.
I mean that means I'm playing Uncharted or Last of Us maybe next year.
Yeah, that's.
I don't want to wait that long.
No. So that's why I was gonna say just play the first one and then play the second one.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Anyways, back to Fallen Order.
Yes. There's so many things that are so spoilery.
So, okay. I have a couple.
Yeah.
I'll be vague about it. I won't exactly spoil what happens, but there's a point when you're trying to get back to your ship and something goes wrong.
Okay.
you do not get to go back to your ship. You get
Oh, yes. Okay.
taken somewhere else.
Very cool side thing.
I was so confused because I felt like I went a very like side way to get to where that was.
Yeah.
I'm like, did I stumble upon this or was I forced to do this?
I'm assuming that there's multiple
instances of the same
instances, or you aren't as clever as you seem. Because I had the same, and that's what I was talking about, the design of the world.
Yeah.
Where it feels like you're very clever, but it's really like...
Because like I was going a new place.
Yeah.
Not back to the ship.
Was it the ice caves?
No.
So for me, it was the ice caves. I slid down something and jumped into the ice caves. I'd been down there.
Yeah.
But it was a different spot, I think.
Oh, dude, that's so
and
crazy.
There was somebody there. And so there's multiple examples of this in the game.
So we already talked about the workbenches.
Don't mention what
I won't,
that
but
is.
Certain things happen at different places for people.
Did I tell you Levin had it in a third location?
Where?
On Bogano.
What's... Okay.
That's the third one.
Interesting.
Yeah. So those are the 3 that you can get.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool because it gives people different experiences.
But I have heard from other people say like it was the major thing.
Yeah.
Is it was very like lackluster and unsatisfying. It's just like oh okay.
Yeah.
Weird. Why? Okay, I guess so. That was a weird moment in the game. Whenever you get to the last lightsaber workbench and you're just like,
oh yeah.
Why now?
Doesn't have to be the last one though.
Oh, it doesn't.
No. That's what I was saying. It could be at completely different points in the story.
So it's random.
No. There's 3 specific workbenches that you can access at different points in the story.
What if you never use them?
You will inevitably hit one of them.
But what if you don't use it? Like you have to actively interact with it, don't you?
If you don't use, then you're not playing the game correctly.
That's what I'm saying though. What if you don't?
Then you're already not playing the game correctly.
That's not my question. Can you get to the end of the game without that happening?
But yeah, I think it would have been you just skipping that last one.
But okay, so my question, like, can you walk past it, or does the cutscene like force it to happen?
Was there a cutscene?
Once I interacted with it, there was.
Yeah, once you interacted with it, you would have had to not interact with the workbench.
So you can get to. You think you can get to the end of the game without that happening?
I'm assuming.
That's weird. I kind of want to do that.
That would be very far to get, and then it
and then not happen.
Saves right
I guess I'll just look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Let somebody else figure that out.
But getting back to the other thing, like that was such a like cool side thing to happen in the game that I didn't think had to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I could have just gone back to the ship, yet I caught myself in this whole mess.
Yeah.
But it's cool that they designed it so that there's like certain choke points where you're gonna cross this path inevitably, and then, cool. So in the ice caves, interesting. So there's a band that's featured in the game. At the beginning, he's like listening to an iPod. He's like, or I think he's just listening to the music. But then in that point of the game,
he has AirPods. Doesn't he?
Space Air something.
I think
they couldn't have been wired. There's no way they were wired. Yeah, they had to have been. But when this thing happens, he's like, I think I know that band.
Yeah.
So my friend at work, Gary, who you met, he was like, have you heard of this band, The Who? I'm like, yeah. He's like, not that The Who.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like they're like Mongolian rock band.
Oh, okay.
So the HU.
Yep.
And he played them for me. I'm like, this is kind of cool. He's like, yeah, they're featured in the new Fallen Order game. I'm like,
what?
Oh my god, I knew this sounded like familiar.
Really cool.
They're freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So it's cool that they like
music.
Featured them. Yeah, the music was so cool.
I want to hear that at Star Wars Land now.
Me too. It's cool music. Like I want to
hear it in the cantina.
It's weird if they're speaking Mongolian.
I don't think they are.
I hope they made up words.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Because it definitely sounded like a cool, like in Maz's castle.
Literally all I've been thinking about the whole time is that song.
Yeah.
In Maz's castle.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing that happened in that side quest, I want more of that.
Yeah. That's why you could make a game twice as long as this.
Yeah.
Easily.
I thought there was going to be more, but it doesn't really, a little bit. There's
this
like
is
little
a good intro. Because that took a lot of groundwork.
For sure.
To get this built and figured out. So originally they weren't allowed to use the name Jedi.
Really?
Yeah. in the.
Why?
Because it was.
They can use the word Star Wars, but not Jedi.
It was. I think. Okay, now I'm conflicted. They really wanted to make this a Jedi story.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard to get the approval from Lucas.
Interesting.
But they were able to get it. And it's a good story.
It's a great story.
It's a good story for the Star Wars.
Cal is awesome.
Lore. Yeah,
it took a little while for me to warm up to him.
Kestis, though, you earned it.
Yeah, he's a great character.
Yep, he's really solid.
It really makes me curious what happens to him at different points in Star Wars.
People are very curious what happens to him right now. There's a lot of strands out there that could end up in anywhere.
Right.
It's very cool.
Because he doesn't have to play a part in the big picture of things. Like, he could still be off doing his own thing. So those are things I hope you get to find out eventually.
Yeah.
Through any medium. I don't care if it's a book or a show or something. Yeah. What else? Do you have any other feelings or thoughts about the game?
I want more. That's really all I'm thinking. Good job, Stig Amundsen. He was the director on this game. He directed God of War 3.
Oh, really?
Before Corey came back, he was he was under him on God of War 2. Yeah, it was so funny because I watched some God of War documentaries. I don't even remember where, and so
old ones.
Yeah,
the original games.
I want to say maybe on the God of War 3 disc or something. They had documentary stuff that I at one point when I got super into the games started watching all that stuff, and so I knew him. Then I saw him. He'd gone to this studio kind of to be a leader and whatnot, and this is the game he made, and I just think that's so cool. And dude, good job. This game is incredible.
Yeah.
And I was even thinking that as I'm playing it, I was just it was just this feedback loop of me enjoying it and then feeling happy that I was enjoying it,
right,
and then making me enjoy the game even more.
I never got bored.
Yeah, it was. I just want more. I want to explore more.
I definitely want more planets.
Bigger open, or even just bigger open worlds. More planets is good because you get more diversity. I want some ship play, but that might be a different game.
Sure.
That might not be this game.
Because that gets into the Battlefront thing where it's we're just going to give you a little bit of everything.
And I don't want a little bit of everything.
I want a lot of one great thing.
And so it was this I loved the ship and being on the ship a little. It gave me Mass Effect 2 vibes where you're in this ship and you're walking around and you're this is so cool, I'm on a ship. But then I was also thinking, I'm man, this is what Star Citizen is going to do. Mm-hmm. Is you're not just, I'm on this ship. You're actually oh my God, this is my ship. This is a ship. This is an actual ship.
That's my crew. And
I didn't want that when I was playing this. And that made me happy.
That would be overwhelming.
It would be overwhelming.
Yeah. This game held my hand through it just the right amount.
It gave me enough interactivity. I'd like more.
Yeah.
So that's why sequel would be amazing. But I think we got just enough. The plants. Yeah. It was cool.
Yeah.
But give me 3 more levels and 4 levels of variety on things for me to do similar to that.
Right. Or I wanted to I kind of wanted to be able to cook stuff on the ship. I wanted to find something to make recipes with or something. That's a weird nitpicky thing, but just more feeling like you're living that life.
But I guess this one was a combat mission and go. So I'd love to have a home base planet, an actual base.
Yes.
And recruit Jedi and stuff. But I think that's not what's going to happen here. So we'll see.
So one other thing. Yes. It's slight spoiler, so it's not a major spoiler.
I want a Mandalorian game where you have your whole ship and you go from planet to planet. And
you
deck it out.
Just doing different missions.
I want to customize the whole
ship. With kind of a cool overarching story, but you're just doing your own kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I can cut this if you think I need to. So you do add to the crew throughout the game. Mm-hmm. How many things did you add to the crew?
Yeah, I think we should probably keep this to spoilers.
Did you add a...
Mm-hmm.
Where did he go?
Oh, I don't know where he is.
Where is he? I want to know where he is.
The bottom?
Yeah. I went on the ship. I'm
No, he's not on the ship. He's around the ship.
What if I leave?
I'm assuming he'll be on another planet.
Oh, I thought he was like joining us.
Yeah.
On the ship.
Yeah.
So he's on the ship.
No.
What do you mean?
I think he'll always be in the dirt.
On
whatever planet you're on.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Around the
but
ship.
in space, he should be on the ship.
Theoretically.
Because I never saw him.
Yeah,
and I think I did like one interaction where he's like, what's his name? Grease. He's like, I hear something in the ship, like in the pipes, but like I can't tell what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure
I thought it was him, but it's not fun to not see him or interact with him.
I get you. I was slightly let down.
I was like, this is awesome. Yeah. Like he's joining our crew. And I get back to the ship, I'm like, where is he?
No.
Where'd you go?
We should look that up and see.
Yeah, because I felt like I did something wrong. Like I was supposed to carry him on with me or something, but I don't know.
No, he ran off.
Yeah.
That was when I found that, I was like, oh, that was so unexpected.
The most satisfying point of that game was getting back to that planet, because I only went there the two times. The first time when you can do nothing.
Yeah.
And then when I had just about everything. So satisfying to be able to complete everything. Just kicking ass.
I just love jumping. I think my favorite thing in the game is the Jedi jump.
Yeah.
Is jump and flip. And there were when you first get to Bogano and there's those gaps, and I was like, I can't do it. And then I came back and I was like,
I can do it.
I think I can do it now.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was very cool. Anything else? I'm trying to think, because I know I'm going to forget something, and I'll be pissed later. But
so you can build your lightsaber like the ones at Star Wars Land. I've not yet done that.
Like you can make it look like it?
I think so. I don't have everything, so I'm going to wait until the end.
Yeah.
And see if I can do that.
See, Greg brought up a cool thing. He's like, I don't want to do that. I want to make the lightsaber I made in this game at Star Wars Land, so I can actually have this one too. Yeah, that sounds cool.
I would never make it as the one to use in the game. I just want to see if I can put the pieces together and see if I can see it. No, because
it'd be cool to run around for a little bit with it, but like that's not like my light. That's not mine. His. That's not Cal's lightsaber.
If I could if there was a game like Jedi Academy where it's create your character,
like you are a Padawan,
and I can put myself in the game, I will do.
Yeah,
and then I will imagine that's me. That will be my Link, but I'm not Cal.
Right.
So Cal shouldn't have my lightsaber.
Right.
That's how I think about that.
I do imagine that they'll add another like class of pieces at the workshop at Star Wars Land.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That reference more things from material throughout the ages.
I agree, especially with Rey's new lightsaber. That's a totally different type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like just being resourceful.
Yeah.
It's like, so she went to Ilum and went through that whole process?
No.
No? You don't think?
I'm going to tell you something after that I probably shouldn't mention here.
Okay.
That I read somewhere, and is the only reason I know.
Yeah.
That is going to blow your mind.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to find out what that is. So I think we're going to wrap this up unless you have anything else.
I got nothing.
What do you rate it?
What?
If you had to rate it out of 10, what would you rate this game? Like, is this one of the better games you've ever played? Or is it just is it a good Star Wars game?
8.5 and 9.
Okay. It's pretty good.
Which is up this is I'd say 9.
So for reference, God of War is 10.
To 11.
Okay. Spider-Man? This is from like my understanding too, because it's lower, right?
Spider-Man's like 8.5.
Oh damn! Really?
Yeah.
Because you didn't fully love it. Like you were sort of disappointed by it, right?
No. I really loved it, but it was very much so. It's like Spider-Man, and even this game, and God of War. Those are all like, whoa! Look what they were able to pull off. Like the next games are going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
They want to just like Breath of the Wild. I think Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be ridiculous.
Is that a 10?
What?
Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh easy.
What's a 9.5 in your world?
I'd have to think about that. I have no idea. Yeah, I can't think of that.
I'm just curious, like what's like just
Horizon.
that close to perfect? Okay.
Horizon is
cool.
a good example of that. Because it was like, that was another one. Wow, this new concept that like I can't really, but like I could see how it could get better.
Yeah.
But this I would give it a 9.
Cool.
Because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
And because they nailed it, all of it. Like, again, it wasn't like that this was bad. Any of it was bad. I just want more of it. I want them to, like, this is the pilot.
Yeah.
And now make me the season.
Fantastic pilot.
Exactly. And it's more than that, but.
Do you think there will be DLC?
No.
No?
Definitely no.
Definitely no.
Definitely no.
Oh. I haven't heard definitely.
I don't see how they would. I mean, they could.
There's just more side things to do.
They're getting a new story going, though.
Sure. We'll see.
Yeah.
I would love more.
Yeah, I would take it. With PS5 coming out, that's why I think no.
True. Well, let us know what you thought of the game if you played it. Please comment below. Tweet us at Hebrew Rebels. Follow all our social medias. It's all Hebrew Rebels. Nice and easy to follow.
HR.
If you've been watching, you can listen to us on Apple. We finally got approved on iTunes. We're an official iTunes podcast now. So you can check us out there, and it'll be on other podcast services soon. I'll get that going. If you've been listening, you can watch us on YouTube. But I've got nothing else. My name is Jordan.
And my name is Ethan. We are the Hebrew Rebels.
Till next time.
Welcome to the rebellion.